My name is Linda Langton, and my company is called Langton's International Agency, langtonsinternational.com. I'm actually a literary agent, but I do other things as well. But as a literary agent, I found that I'd like to help people realise their dreams. Everybody, I think, has a dream to write a book. It doesn't matter whether it's a non-fiction or a fiction book, but I think we want to leave our legacy to the world, or an imprint on the world somehow, and it's always been my pleasure to help people. But it's very important for me as a literary agent to have a book that has got good content and is well written. And a lot of writers, and I'm saying this, I know you're all writers, but a lot of writers think that they've written a book and well done for writing your book, but don't get it edited properly. And I found I've had to turn down a lot of books, even after reading only 2 paragraphs, because you can't really look at your own book and know that it's right or it's not well written. You have to have a professional editor look at your book. I found that really, really important, and I've added to my agency the ability to work with editors to do that, and they usually published authors or have worked with publishers before. So it's really important that you do that. So my literary agency, basically, I love anything that's well written, anything that's content driven. I love fiction that I can really page turn, or non-fiction, which has been mostly what I've been selling, which has got an interest to me and which is well written. And just like the other literary agents have said, we can sell from a proposal and 3 chapters. As we've also been saying, it's really difficult these days. It's getting more and more difficult to sell books, but I've actually sold a book a month last year, and 3 of those I've had options. I've been able to sell for options for films this year. The books that I've been interested in, I've done a book on Martha Gray during the war years, which is coming out next year. I've done a book called Talking with Sartre, John Paul Sartre's godson. I've got a book coming on the other side of the spectrum called The Doggone Good Cookbook for Parents and Their Canine Kids, coming out in St Martin's Press this next year. Then I've got Dogs of Central Park, which came out, which are all beautiful dogs in Central Park. So as you can see, a very eclectic group of books. Has to be well written, has to be marketable, and just as you were saying, you have to have a platform these days. You have to have a website or a blog that people can point to say, this is me, this is who I am. I'm a professional, and I am the person in my area that's able to write that book. And just taking it one step further, I've started a company, Book Marketing International, bookmarketinginternational.com, which is a social media marketing book company to help published authors and self-published authors as well. Self-publishing is definitely a legitimate way to go these days, although it is better to get a commercially published book because it gives you legitimacy. Also, it gives you distribution into the bookstores. 40% of all books are looked at in a bookstore before it's bought on Amazon.com. So it's better to get commercially published, but a lot of people have self-published books, and they can't get them out there because they don't know how to do it. So I've opened an agency to help people at a reasonable rate, so it's not extortionate. Because if you're reading online or you're looking at something online, you can press a button and go to Amazon.com and buy it. So anyway, I've taken up enough time. That's exactly what I'm doing. So I look forward to hearing from anybody that's got a well-written